Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. I hope everyone is having a nice day. Before we begin the video, please subscribe and give the video a thumbs up. Bleacher Report has released a list ranking the 25 greatest female wrestlers in WWE history. Current Raw star Becky Lynch is at the top of the list. It's been around 10 years since the women's revolution kicked off in world wrestling entertainment. Over the past decade, female stars have achieved things once considered impossible, including headlining a WrestleMania. Bleacher Report, a longtime reputable sports website, has shared a list ranking the top 25 WWE women's wrestlers of all time. Becky Lynch, who won the first ever women's WrestleMania main event, is at the top of the list. As is often the case with such lists, this one has fans divided over the rankings. Many believe Becky Lynch deserves to be at the top of the greatest female stars in the history of world wrestling entertainment. On the other hand, her detractors/critics believe there are many other female stars who deserve the top spot. The man is one of the most decorated female stars in the history of professional wrestling. She has done more than enough to warrant a Hall of Fame induction in the future. Lynch and her husband, Seth Rollins, are currently feuding with AJ Lee and CM Punk on WWE Raw, and the rivalry will culminate at the upcoming WrestlePalooza event. Abhilash Mehndi is a pro wrestling journalist at Sportskeeda with nearly 5 years of experience. He completed his MBA from the Symbiosis Institute of Telecom Management in 2016 and worked with multiple banking institutions, including Tech Mahindra. While he started writing WBD articles for Sportskeeda in 2019 as a hobby, it eventually became a significant part of his professional journey. Abhilash checks his articles thrice before sending them to the editing team, ensuring his work is highly accurate and reliable. He has interviewed prominent pro wrestling personalities like Noam Dar, Angry Ms. Girl, Brendan Cabina, and Jess Lambert. Abhilash is a big fan of AEW star Orange Cassidy, as he believes the former international champion's on-screen gimmick of an extremely lazy guy resonates with him. Given the opportunity to script WWE's next big storyline, Abhilash would treat fans to the second installment of the Bloodline Civil War. He would book Roman Reigns to reform the Bloodline with the Usos and Sami Zayn upon his comeback. The angle would see the tribal chief-led group go head-to-head with The Rock, Solo Sikoa, Tama Tonga, and Jacob Fatu in a blockbuster family feud. WWE's all-time 25 greatest women's wrestlers ranked. Rhea Ripley number 4, Charlotte Flair number 2. The history of WWE has been filled with groundbreaking women who have redefined what it means to be a superstar inside the squared circle. For decades, the company has evolved from presenting women as valets and side attractions to showcasing them as legitimate main event performers who headline WrestleMania and carry entire divisions on their shoulders. The women's evolution has produced some of the most iconic moments in WWE history, and a new all-time ranking of the 25 greatest women's wrestlers has sent shockwaves through the WWE universe, with Rhea Ripley taking the number 4 spot and Charlotte Flair landing at number 2. Both names stand as symbols of greatness, but also highlight the generational shifts that WWE has undergone. Ripley represents the present and future of the business, while Charlotte has already established herself as one of the most decorated superstars of all time. Fans have reacted strongly to the placements, with debates raging online about who deserved higher recognition and whether some legends were overlooked. Charlotte Flair's position at number 2 only solidifies her status as arguably the most dominant female competitor in wrestling history. The daughter of two-time Hall of Famer Ric Flair, Charlotte has carried the pressure of the Flair name and forged her own legacy with unmatched success. Since her debut in NXT, she has consistently delivered big-time matches and has been WWE's go-to performer for nearly a decade, with multiple WrestleMania main events under her belt and a record-breaking number of championship reigns. Charlotte has been booked as the measuring stick for women's wrestling in WWE. Her athleticism, charisma, and aura have made her the standard-bearer of her generation. Her ability to constantly reinvent herself and step up against the toughest competition has ensured that she remains at the forefront of WWE programming. Her ranking at number 2 is a testament not only to her in-ring excellence, but also to her role in pushing the women's division to new heights. Her rivalries with Sasha Banks, Becky Lynch, Ronda Rousey, and Asuka are some of the most celebrated storylines of the last decade, cementing her reputation as a once-in-a-lifetime performer. Meanwhile, Rhea Ripley's climb to number 4 on the list is nothing. Ranks above, Ripley has already established herself as a generational talent. Her rise through NXT, where she toppled Shayna Baszler to capture the NXT Women's Championship, signaled that a new powerhouse had arrived. Her unforgettable showdown with Charlotte Flair at WrestleMania 36, even in defeat, showcased her potential to be a future cornerstone of WWE. Fast forward to the present, and Ripley has become one of the most dominant forces in the women's division. Her reign as Women's World Champion on Raw has been defined by absolute dominance. She has faced challengers across multiple styles from technical wrestlers to high flyers to brawlers, and has consistently proven herself to be an unstoppable powerhouse. Her alignment with the Judgment Day further elevated her character, giving her the aura of a dangerous leader, and making her one of the most compelling performers on television every week. Her position at number 4 ahead of so many trailblazers reflects how quickly she has captured the imagination of fans and critics alike. Her charisma, her unique look, and her ability to tell stories in the ring set her apart from nearly every other modern superstar. The fact that she is ranked this high, while still so young, only raises the question of whether she could one day surpass even Charlotte Flair as the greatest of all time. The rest of the list features a blend of icons and pioneers from past and present. Names like Trish Stratus, Lita, Sasha Banks, Becky Lynch, Bayley, and Asuka all hold strong placements, highlighting the depth of talent that has shaped WWE's women's division over the years. Each woman has contributed in their own way, whether through championship reigns, groundbreaking matches, or by inspiring the next generation. Fans have especially debated the top 5, noting that Rhea's position so high on the list means she has already surpassed many of the names who laid the foundation for her success. Supporters argue that her impact and dominance cannot be denied, while critics believe she still has more to prove before being ranked so high. Charlotte's spot at number 2 also reignited long-running discussions about her booking. Some fans believe her many title reigns sometimes came at the expense of others in the division, while others argue that her talent and ability to deliver in big moments justify every accolade. Regardless of opinion, her placement in the top 2 makes clear that WWE views her as the centerpiece of the women's revolution and one of the greatest overall performers of all time. The number 1 spot on the list, unsurprisingly, went to a legend whose influence transcended the ring, making her the undeniable face of WWE's women's wrestling legacy. While debate will always continue over rankings, what is clear is that the current generation, led by stars like Charlotte Flair and Rhea Ripley, is carrying women's wrestling into an era of unparalleled success. The WWE Universe now eagerly speculates about the future, with Ripley's meteoric rise suggesting that she could one day unseat Charlotte at the very top of the list. These rankings not only celebrate history, but also ignite anticipation for what is still to come. Both Charlotte and Rhea are still active, still hungry, and still creating moments that will be remembered for decades to come, with Ripley holding the torch as the dominant force of today and Charlotte continuing to prove her greatness in every match. The future of WWE women's wrestling has never looked brighter. The recognition of these two superstars in the all-time rankings is not just a celebration of their accomplishments, but a signal that the best of their legacies may still be yet to come.